Alright, hello, welcome back to Series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. Month for this video is September of 2025. Quite a bit to get through, so let's just get right into it and try not to ramble for 40 minutes again. I've gotten a bit more to Pal World. Last time I mentioned I just went a tiny bit into it. I could see the potential. I've gotten quite a bit more into it. I've built my first house. I've kind of explored the world a little bit more. Catching the pals is really fun. There's some that I found where it's finally gotten to a point where I'm seeing ones where like, need, give me, want, and not just it's there. The crafting system is addicting and fun. Collecting stuff is really fun. The pals are really fun to collect. The intensity of just like throwing a ball is like 40% of just hoping for the best. It is a really fun game and it really makes you want to like take on challenges. Unlike Pokemon, which obviously comparison, it gives you like monsters in the world that are easily going to wipe the floor with you if you try to fight them, but it lets you try. And that's what I always appreciate in any of these kind of games. Having a challenge you're not supposed to do now, but go for it. One, if you're good enough, you can probably do it. Two, more importantly, though, just be able to come back every like level or two, few levels. Try again. It helps you see your progress, and I love that. But I'm not gonna say too much because I haven't done a huge amount yet. But I get it. I really get it now. I get why this is such a huge thing for so many people who still love it and play it a lot. I completely give up. I get the loop. I get the grind. I'm playing a small bit of Dredge. I saw this around a lot when it was coming out because it was a pretty popular thing. This and Dave the Diver kind of big things. I think they even did a crossover. But because it was always shown with the just blatant top down perspective whenever I saw it, it never did. Like, I always had a thing of I kind of want to play it, but sorry, my TV was always annoying me. I never did. Just went for it. It was free on PlayStation Plus when I decided I just went through the games and like that looks like something I want. Download. Because fuck it. It's basically a mix between catching fish and trying to get back between before the fog looms in. Haven't let it happen to me yet, but I'm eventually we'll see what happens. Use that to upgrade your boat, sell your fish, do new quests, and that's the loop. As you unlock more places and more people to talk to, more little hints about stuff going on. It's like the fun of a fishing farming sim mixed with a weird horror vibe, and that's kind of perfect for this month actually, for October. But that's not what this is about, so it doesn't matter. It's a really addicting loop that I could easily see some people just being there and just tapping away and realizing, oh, whoops, 4 in the morning. God, whoops. With all the big hype around Hollow Knight Silksong, I decided to give the first one a try again. For what is the third time now? The first time I have no idea what happened. The second time I think I beat the first boss and I was like, John, this game's a bit slow for me. I don't really love it, so I dropped it. But among all the big hype for Silksong, I had to at least try this again, and I've definitely gotten a bit more into it. It still does start off slow, and it's like hitting things with a nail or whatever it is, and that's fine and all, but when you get your first power up, it's actually kind of hilarious. Because you go from, here's a little bug, foo, foo, slowly killing it like that, to just fucking spirit bomb shit, destroying everything. I still chuckle a bit when it comes out and just wipes what's in front of me. I love it. Obviously, we'll get to a point where that won't be the case, but right now, it's a beautiful power. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm still not sure how much of this I will do, but who knows? Maybe I'll pick up Silksong someday. But for now, I'll pick my way through this bit by bit when I'm interested. I just out of morbid curiosity, I went for it. I downloaded Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League 2024's. I can't even. It's not even. Is it the biggest flop? Between this, Skull and Bones, what was the other one? Was Concord that year? I lose track. You know, sometimes you look back at the games like, wow, that's already 20 years old. It's like the reverse of that. Like, what? What do you mean that was only this year? What do you mean that was only 6 months ago? But is it as bad as everyone says it is? Yeah. The worst part about this game, it's not even that it's bad. It is. It's not even that it's boring. It is. It's not even that nobody ever shuts the fuck up. They don't. It's not even that the characters are annoying. They are. It's not even that the world is a bland, boring, ugly mess. It is. It's not even just that it's boring, which again, it is. It's that I can easily see potential. I could easily see this actually being a fun game. The traversal is really fun to do. I did not think it would be by looking at it. I thought it'd be just generic as fuck, but it's really fun to traverse in this game. The only problem is there's nowhere interesting or fun to traverse to. Wow, I can traverse to every pocket dimension drug trip city in any game ever since Far Cry 3. Hey. Who gives a fuck? It just look what is this? Can you not make something that looks a bit more visually impactful? New York and Spider-Man looks fucking great. Gotham looks fucking good in Batman games. What is this? Whoa, it's empty shit with a bunch of crap thrown into it. Whoa. And again, the characters never stop fucking talking in this game. I'm a big critic of that stuff in games in general, but this takes it up 10 notches. I swear, Captain Boomerang, he's the only character that's like this, where he feels like it feels like everyone else is talking like this, and then for him, it's just like this for no reason. They just amplify the volume. Even when he's just talking, it's like, stop, come on, dude. Why is he set to permanent yell? And honestly, the characters sometimes, as annoying as they can be, and as weirdly modelled as they are sometimes, like Harley Quinn looks like she's half Muppet. Like she's trying to do this to have a fun on a roller coaster, but it's just like, until it's just like, and the way her mouth moves, everything feels unnatural. This fucking freeze frame. What? Look at their eyes. Am I the one who thinks they look fucking terrifying and not in a good way? But despite all that, there are times where I do find the relationship, they're dynamic, incredibly charming. Between that and the traversal, I really think there was actually something here. And that's what makes it more frustrating. A piece of shit is a piece of shit. Right to hell retribution. You can look at that and be like, oh, garbage, who cares? But when it's something like this, it's almost worse. Lost potential is worse than bad or boring, I think. Yeah. Who knows what else? Will I ever go back to this? Probably, because I'm a fucking idiot. I have tried a few tennis games this month. I started with the Olympic Games tennis, and I played a good bunch of that. It's very simple arcadey tennis. Easily one of my favourite games on the disappointing Olympic game. Then I tried topspin, didn't get into it. I don't know what it was. Not much the way you hit the ball. It's just the mechanics did not feel good to me. I tried AO tennis too before that. I didn't like how the characters like always ran to the ball on their own. I felt like the game was half playing itself. And I think that was my problem with topspin as well. I felt like sometimes I would press nothing, like go, go, and my characters just hit the ball. I'd be like here, and the ball would go here, and it's like, what are you doing? I didn't press a fucking button. Sometimes I would press a button, I wouldn't do it properly. I felt like didn't like it. But then I went back to AO tennis. I'm not sure why. And thankfully, they do have an auto run mechanic, but they let you turn it off. And I have since then, when did I get it? Let's check really quick. 6th of September, just about a month to the day. I've put 70 hours into it. I can get so sucked into this. It's literally just tennis. There's not much else I can say. Buttons do us different types of serves, which I would say the one big weird negative. The tutorial where just like press X for this and square for this shot, a triangle for this shot, a circle for a side spin. But they don't tell you what the difference is. What's the difference between a flat spin and a side spin? I don't know. I'm not familiar with tennis, which I guess maybe was supposed to be going. I mean, I'm vaguely familiar, but then for the second round of the tutorial, they do tell you what the benefit is. If it wasn't for the fact there was a trophy for doing all the tutorials, I would have never known this because I wouldn't have bothered going past round one. But it is so fucking addicting. Sometimes, like, usually I just go for like 1 or 2 matches a day because matches between like 2 or 3 sets of 6 rounds, 4 points to win. So you can easily be in one of these for a good 20-30 minutes. Depending if your opponent is good, it can be longer. I do regret setting the difficulty kind of low. I didn't even do it intentionally, I think, but I think I said like below normal, so it is getting to a point where things are a bit too easy, but that just gives me more hope and potential for the future because I can go into a harder difficulty or I think there's at least 3 difficulties beyond what I'm at now. So I I might just go through this again at some point. The only negative I can really give it is auto hit run is on by default, so that could put me off if I hadn't checked the menu because I didn't expect to be able to turn it off because a lot of these sports games, I don't think Topspin lets you do it. There's no way to turn off the auto hit. It was bizarrely hard to find a tennis game where I could just play the game. Where I could just move the fucking analog to move and press a button to hit the ball, and if I didn't do that, it wouldn't play itself. Finally, I found one eventually, and one where the movement felt good because I think it was with Topspin. I'd be like move, and the character would be like, I would try to go over here, it just wouldn't do it, and then sometimes I'd be here and I press nothing, it would just go boom. And I saw it with AO tennis as well. Sometimes the only big negatives, like it only happened a few times, but it can be a bit glitchy. Like a character would be here, and the racket would reach like here, and the ball would be here, and like boom. It's like they didn't. It misses a few frames, so it just boom. And I will sometimes it is a bit shady how things work. In my benefit, where the ball will be flying above, and I will press a button, it will do nothing. Every time that's ever happened, the ball went out, giving me a point. So it's like, if I press the button, hit the ball, don't do this shit with like, oh, you didn't press because the ball went out, because if I hit it, then I would have missed out on a point. But other than that, very, very into this. Having a lot of fun. Who knows how many hours I'll put into this, but I'm not slowing down anytime soon, looks like. I will briefly mention, because I have been negative on it a few when I mentioned one or two of these. I've gotten a huge chunk more into Another Crab's Treasure. I'm very close to the end. While it still is a very frustrating mess, sometimes an unresponsive piece of shit crap sometimes. Like, I swear, in one fight, I was just there running on trying to do something, and I was, after like 10, 20, 30 attempts at this boss, really fun boss for the most part. At one point, he was like this much health, and I was running away, and up is the button to heal. I was just running away, like, nothing happened. He didn't heal in 11. I even counted, it was like 11 or so times. It must have been, of pressing up to heal. Wouldn't do it. One of the last areas is one of the most unbearable slogs I've ever been through. It's like these giant enemies who shoot. It's like laser, point, 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 boom, 90% of your health. If you try to fight them, two of them will gather up on you, and then boom, boom, boom. You can't even get like a few iframes. Like I said, the game is an unresponsive piece of shit. Sometimes you're like circle, 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 dodge, dodge, dodge. Nothing will happen. But like with Souls games, that is the boss battles are definitely the highlight. They've been a lot of fun. I will finish it. I will probably go for the platinum if it's not too crazy, but it's such a conflicting game. I don't think I've ever had like so much teetering on a game. It's like, this game is so fucking cool. I'm really starting to realize, oh, and the garbage. I'll probably do a full thing about it here sometime when I get to platinum, but for now, that's the last one I'm going to mention until then. Start Silent Hill F. I'm still only like 4 hours in, so I can't say too much about how I feel. But I will say, it started off really negative. Like, for the first like 2 hours of this game, the only emotion I really felt most of the time was annoyed. Like, I just felt simply frustrated. Because I'd be running, I was like, here's an enemy, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. One of the scariest things in horror games is not knowing what's around the next corner. You know what makes that less scary? When every corner has a fucking enemy. You know what's going to be around this? Go, wow, another fight. Who would have thought? The combat is as clunky as a lot of people say, but I get what they're going for with that. You're not a professional fighter. Fine, it's a bit clunky. That's whatever. I really don't mind it that much. So basically kind of R1 to do a light attack, R2 to do a heavy attack, you circle to dodge, which of course makes it exactly like a Souls game. The only big problem I have with the combat is it's really annoying if more than one enemy is going at you, because it's really hard to deal with that. But mostly it's just the camera angle can suck. You'll be in a tight corridor, go around the like back of your head will fill up like this much of the screen. That can be really annoying in this game too. And a lot of the enemies kind of feel like a joke. Like, I swear, at one point I was just like, why fight anything? Walk, walk, walk. Here's the enemy. Walk, walk, walk. Dodge, leave. That has changed a little bit in more recent, because in the last area I was in, and I did my first boss fight as well, which was mostly fine, but it has this annoying attack that's like, it goes to the other side, and if you don't find it, have just like half your health. I didn't want like, at least half my health at one time. Who knows how much more I can do. The graphics are fine. I like this in visually a bit. The lip syncing is garbage for the English dub. Like, pretty much like this when they are talking to each other. And even a monster design, I feel like this should be terrifying. This should be really creepy. And I think it's the graphics style that makes just. It's not even the graphical quality, just the art style that saps all of the creepiness out of it for me. And I don't know why. I usually find this kind of animation and stuff, like, things like this. Like, if you played White Day, some of the creatures in that stuff you can see in that are terrifying to me. But for this, almost. I'd say music and sound design, though, no, it's perfect. Scares the shit out of me, creeps me out, makes me physically uncomfortable, but obviously that's a benefit for a horror game. I will push on more, but I'm teetering between and a bit more optimistic for the last hour or so I did. Because again, really creepy, got a bit more difficult and involved. Again, as somebody who said I do hate when games constantly yap to you, most of the time it's fine for that, but she does do this annoying thing with like you have weapon durability, and if it's down below like half, every 5 minutes I swear it must be. My weapon's about to break. Oh, this weapon's about to break. This weapon's about to break. I think it was like 8 or 9 times over the course of an hour at one point. It's like if you try to switch a weapon, it shows you the durability. Have something on screen to show me the durability. If that is sufficient, that's enough. Don't yap in my ear to remind me. If it's not sufficient, add something to make it sufficient. It doesn't have to fucking constantly remind me like that. Just have something on the screen like my health to show my weapon. That's all you have to do. Don't constantly remind. Don't treat me like I'm a fucking child. This is an 18 plus game. If I'm over 18, I probably understand the concept of my weapon has a durability thing. But yeah, story wise, it hasn't done anything for me yet because nothing's really happened I can really latch onto. And if it's been 5 hours, I'm not sure how that would change. But yeah, characters were likable enough. We'll see. It's a bit too early to judge, but hopefully, I really hope it improves. I really do. I'm playing a bunch of the Tetris Effect. Not a ton. I went through like the campaign. It's like 20 levels, whatever. Basically Tetris with flashy, crazy shit going on in the background. There's like some varied modes you can do as well. I'm not a big Tetris guy. A bunch of times over the past, I've been like, oh, I'm gonna try Tetris, see what my high score will be. I'll see if I can get good at it. And I have like 2 games. Like fuck this. That's usually how it went every time I ever played it. This like I played this about 10, 11 hours over the course of a month. That is the most I've ever put into Tetris in a in a decade. It's Tetris, really nothing else I can say about it. I don't know if the multiplayer stuff is different, but I haven't even tried that yet. But I will say, if you ever the Tetris effect is based on this thing where if people play Tetris for too long, a lot of them will see like they'll have like a suitcase and they seem like forming into pieces like Tetris blocks, and they're sitting around to close their eyes and stuff. I was never sure how true that was, but given like 3 or 4 nights, and again, 10 or 11 hours over the course of a month, less than an hour a day on average. I'll be drifting off to sleep and I'll just see like little text like slotting into place like this. Nothing too vivid, but I can only imagine what it does to a fucking person's head. There are people out there who going for world records will probably play this game for hours a day. I cannot imagine what that does to a person. If I had played this game like 10 times more than I am, my dreams would be blocks, man. I went to Mafia 1, the remastered edition. After seeing stuff from some of the old country and a lot of the disappointments people have with it, and a lot of love for the first one coming back, so far, after like 5 or 6 missions, I'm having a great time with it. Not like there's anything like revolutionary or new going on here as far as I can tell, but the characters are interesting. The world looks nice. I actually care about what's going on. And in this game, when you have a 5 or so minute race, it's not scripted and it's not complete fucking garbage where you can go restart checkpoint halfway through and all the cars in front of you will suddenly be behind you. It's not like no matter how good you do or how bad you are, you're probably going to end the last second race with boom past the fucking second place car. It's an actual gameplay mechanic instead of a 7-ish minute scripted piece of crap that just wastes your time. That's all I really know about the old country. I think that's all I need to know. And the theme of the sports things, I've been having a lot of sports games recently. I always say I play a little bit of like a FIFA game or two, baseball, maybe something else I'm forgetting. Nothing for more than like 20 minutes, so I'm not going to mention it too much. That's all I should mention. I'm in a big sports mood at the moment for some reason. I've been just trying a bunch of different things that were on the free list. But one I've been playing the absolute shit out of, Everybody's Golf. Came out on the PS4 years ago. I played a shit ton of it back then, got like a good chunk of it done. I think I played through the entire like campaign as well. Nearly through it again. It's like arcade style golf, instead of just perfect swings with the analog stick to get hopefully to do the best. X meter fills. X meter goes down, click it at the right time, you get a perfect shot. Not much more to it. You put spin on the ball like pressing up, if you press at just the right time you do like it'll go up and then it'll roll back or do a super spin. It's basically arcade style golf. And I would always say about sports games, the more real they get, the more authentic and rule driven they are, the less fun. Arcade style silly sports are the best kind. As for stuff we're doing here, Final Fantasy 1 is finally back after having taken a few weeks off because, laptop stuff, save file gone. I'm back. I'm on the second of the big dungeons. It's a fireplace, a volcano. I remember being a pain in the ass, and it's lived up. God, it's lived up. Someday I'll finish this. I don't know if I mentioned Laura last time. That's the game I played like in. Oh no, I did. I also finished Lego Island here, Lego Island 2 on the Game Boy Color. Short little game, still holds up really well. Not sure if I mentioned it last time. If it didn't, well, I guess it won't be here, so I don't really know why I'm mentioning it, wasting time. It's already been 25 minutes. Fun short game, holds up really well. Not very involved, but yeah, it's an hour. It would probably piss me off if I bought a full price, but it was just in my house growing up, and I obviously didn't buy it this time, so fun. Nice short game, which is what I wanted. And after finishing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, I went on to the third game. I'm not sure if I mentioned the Game Boy Color one, or no, it's just Game Boy one. It's a slow paced, basic as shit Turtles game with 5 levels. It's exactly what you would expect if you played a Turtles game and played it on the Game Boy Color. It's just the same thing, but just clunkier, slower. Not much to it. Then I went on to Turtles 3, because, why not? The Manhattan Project. At the start, it felt definitely smoother, but a lot more uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't feel right. But after getting past like the second proper level, there's like a bonus water hover surfing level in between. Once you get to level 3, this game does feel a lot more fun. Still on the NES. You can tell it's just pretty much the second game, but with a few upgrades, visually, mechanically. Sometimes, like in the second game, you had an attack you could jump and do a twirl attack. It did double damage. You can kind of do it in this. It's more like each turtle has a unique special move, but it damages you, which fucking sucks. You can't like you can't just attack. You can't just have like the Donatello do his twirl attack. It hurts you every time. It's only 1 damage, but it adds up quickly. So shame. But other than that, it's basically Turtles 2, but a bit smoother, and it feels a bit more like less clunky. So you're not just like jump hoping a kick will work. It feels like you can actually plan things. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually having fun. It's way quicker than I had with the first second one. Someday I'll do one of these while going on for half an hour. I just said it was 24 minutes. I thought I got for like 30 seconds. I got 27. No wonder. Ramble on. I'm Liv there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to get out before I do this too long. As always, let me know what you've been playing, what new stuff you're playing, what you've gone back to, and I'll see you for the next one. Tell you all the spooky stuff I've hopefully been playing. See you then.